Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the table is broken, to quote the Tik Tok audio. Welcome to the shit show, also known as the WhattaPlay podcast at night.
Yes, at night.
This is our 20th episode, also known as the Ed Reed. Go ahead and say yours.
Also known as the Manu Ginobili episode, also known as the Barry Sanders episode, and as you can tell by our decor, Derek has his lovely medium Ed Reed jersey from back in his high school days.
It's not a medium, it is a China 2XL. Thank you very much.
Somewhat slower.
Yeah. You know what? There's a reason they call me Big Vanilla these days. No, I am not.
Alright, and as always, I am your co-host Jalen. This is my associate Derek.
I am. How many times do we have to cover this? I am the co-host and co-founder of the WhattaPlay podcast. Put some respect on my name. Damn flatted.
Alright, and at the time of this recording, we are currently going on with week 12 of the NFL season, but we'll be covering the coming week in the NFL, week 13, and we will also be previewing the upcoming college football conference championship games this coming weekend. A lot of great matchups on that end over there, and we're just going to get right into it. So the first game we have on the slate for week 13, we have Thursday night, we have the Cowboys going into New Orleans to face the Saints. Both teams are coming off of heartbreaking losses on Thanksgiving. For the Saints end, you just let Josh Allen destroy y'all.
Yeah, the man put up like 37 points in our fantasy league, and I left him on the bench, and I regret that because I started Thomas Edward. Bless me. Not what I meant, but okay. Thomas Edward Brady's old fragile ass, and the man put up like 15 points. Still beating the shit out of my opponent worse than Ray. We're not going to go there. Why didn't you stop me?
Because I was just going to let you screw yourself.
Yeah, I do that a lot these days. Anywho, who do you got and why?
Well, from my point of view, obviously both teams are going to come into this game very, very mad, very upset at the world mentality. Obviously, for the Saints, half the team is on injured reserve, but not to worry, because most of them are rehabbing with Zion Williamson, getting full off of po' boys and gumbo. But you look at the Cowboys, obviously, not a bad performance on Thursday, we'll say. They definitely showed a lot of fight in that game. Literally showed some fight in that game. And it's kind of ironic how the Cowboys and the Raiders fight each other, considering the fact that those are the two fan bases more likely to fight other fan bases.
Let's just be honest, they are two of the more toxic fan bases in the NFL. Don't worry, the Lakers are toxic for basketball, and that's my team. I'm man enough to admit it.
Hey, I can't say that. The Spurs suck this year. But for my end, I think it's kind of simple. I have Dallas in this one mainly just because of the whole half of the Saints roster is out with injury. I think Dak's gonna have a bounce back game. Zeke, he'll do what he does. More so Pollard. Amari Cooper, he should be back from the COVID list. Hopefully CD will be back from the COVID list. Obviously, them two didn't play on Thanksgiving. And yeah, I have, for once, I'm picking Dallas to win.
I am also picking Dallas to win. You mentioned a lot of their offensive personnel. On the defense, they got a guy by the name of Parsons, and they got another guy by the name of Diggs.
How do you not know his name?
I do know his name.
What's his first name?
Michael. I don't give a shit. It's not my team.
Yes, but you call yourself, a sports personality, what have you.
A sports host. I didn't say I know everything.
I mean, nowadays you kind of have to. Don't be like Skip Bayless making millions talking a bunch of mess on TV and half your audience disagrees with you.
That's living the dream. Making millions? I don't care what people think if I'm out here making millions. But we have not made a single dime off of this podcast. Donate now and you can feed Jalen. Or you can get Jalen the money. to reactivate his Tinder so he too can find love.
Why can't it be Derek?
I've been fed
I think
enough.
I think Derek's been well fed in his lifetime. You kind of say yourself up for that.
Listen, it hasn't always been like this. This is what we do here at the WhattaPlay podcast. But give me the Cowboys. They're winning this.
Because of star power?
Star power!
Like little star power?
Yeah, you know, boom, 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 boom.
That was a very horrible start.
I have the artistic skills of a second grader, if we're being honest. But if you need me to write an essay, $50.
Yeah, he's gonna copy and paste everything from Wikipedia.
No, I did that one.
Going on to the Sunday games. The first Sunday game we have the Buccaneers going to Atlanta to play the Falcons.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. It's the Buccaneers. Also, Cordell Patterson, I need you to do what you did today, so you can be in the starting lineup again. You got me like 24 fantasy points. Much love for that.
And shout out to Playoff Lenny for once I got to show Fournette some love. He definitely put up some numbers for me on the fantasy end.
He had a Jonathan Taylor type day today.
Shout out to Fournette. You know what I mean? But yeah, in all seriousness, I do feel like this one will be one-sided. Brady, I'll say maybe 3 touchdowns, 1 to Godwin, 1 to hopefully Evans. Fournette, he'll have another good day as well on the ground.
I'm just going to tell you this right now. Next year, do not draft Mike Evans. It's the same thing every year with Mike Evans. He's a bust. Fantasy-wise, he is.
Else is a bust. The bust at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
What?
Anyways, but yeah, all seriousness.
Jalen.
He just got the joke.
I just got the joke. I fucking hate you.
But yeah, all seriousness, this one does seem pretty one-sided. Once again, it's Tom Brady, and yeah, we're going with the Pirates. Or maybe.
Ahoy.
All right, next game we have Arizona going into Chicago to play the Bears. In all likelihood, K1's gonna be back.
D-Hop should be back.
Yeah, so this guy right here, y'all can see him, the MVP. He should be back.
There's
Jerry
other
Hopkins.
people in the MVP conversation.
He should be back. We're going against, in my opinion, a very confused Bears team, I will say. It's the whole, they still don't know what to do with Fields. You have native Chicagoans chanting "Fire Nagy" at his own son's high school playoff game. That's, bro, imagine you're going to the bench and the opposing crowd is chanting "Fire Nagy."
I don't have to worry about that. My team has one of the best. And this is all biasness aside, but I've even heard it from non-Ravens fans. They have one of the best head coaches. Speaking of head coaches, before we get on to the next game, y'all's head coach is in talk for college coaching job. I don't know if you saw that on the socials.
Let's be honest, Cliff ain't going nowhere.
I don't think he is either, but you know, with
I've come to love Coach Drip Kingsbury.
It's about time. This man was blaming him for the longest time.
But back to the real topic at hand, I do see this kind of one-sided. I think Kyler Murray and Johnny Hopkins, they're going to rejoin that red-hot offense with the exception of the Panthers game. We ain't going to get into all that. But I see this as a very, very sound Cardinals victory, and will be the first team to achieve double-digit wins on the year.
Does that put y'all in the playoffs if you win this game or no?
I'm also wondering when is the earliest time we can clinch the divisional playoff spot, because, you know, again, this is all new to me. I haven't experienced something like this since I was like 11. So that's why I'm like, with the previous experience, I'm like, so when's the earliest we can clinch? Because I kind of want to get this done over with. I would like to at least have a division championship by either Christmas or my birthday.
I want to say if y'all win like a couple more games, y'all should clinch at least a playoff spot. I don't know about the division, because sometimes with teams it comes down, like when the Ravens last won, it came down to like week 16 when it was still a 16-game season. Anyways, Jalen obviously has the Cardinals. This is going to be another one-sided game. Also, I have the Cardinals defense in fantasy football. They've been doing me favors. I am second in our fantasy football league behind...
Who's leading that league, by the way?
The man to my right is currently leading that league.
Yerk.
but not for long. Or you'll do what you usually do, and you'll make it all the way to the title game, and you'll choke. You've won the league, what? We've both won the league once so far?
I'm looking with the buck. If I win the league, I'm already looking at trophies and belts. So,
I mean, fair enough.
anyways, who do you have winning this game and what?
I have the Cardinals winning this game because, one, I have their defense.
Star power.
No, nothing to do with star power, even though y'all do have that. I have their defense in my fantasy football league. I also have DeAndre Hopkins. I'm going to need a bounce back game from you. I traded away Deebo Samuel to get Josh Jacobs. So, you're wide receiver number one. You have been, but you've been injured for a while. You left like my daddy did. Anyways, yeah, Arizona.
Yep. All right, next game up on the schedule we have the Chargers going to Cincinnati. I would say this game is pretty even. From my end, you have two second-year quarterbacks who look to be, the face of the league in the coming years, and Jay Herbo and Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. The Bengals, they have a really, really nice offense with Joe Mixon running the ball well.
I got him in fantasy football too.
And of course, the Chargers with, Herbie Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. I go on and on. So I would say this game will be very, very high scoring.
You say shootout?
I won't say shootout, but I'll say it'll be high scoring. I think this will be another instant of either whoever has the ball last will win, or whoever makes a mistake first will win. Cincinnati, that is a pretty tough environment to go into.
Yes.
I think Justin Herbert and the Chargers will repeat their Week 1 result from last season, and they will go into Cincinnati and they will get the victory.
Funnily enough, at the time of this recording...
Funnily enough.
Yes.
That's a new word. It's going to the WhattaPlay podcast. Funnily.
Funnily.
Patent pending.
Yes. Anywho, I also have the Chargers winning because Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, I got much love for you. You're my all-time favorite college quarterback. I love what you did at LSU. Jamar Chase, same deal. Love what you're doing at the receiver position. However, y'all are too close for comfort in our division, as you can see.
Comfort.
Comfort.
C-O-M-F-O-R-D. Comfort. Another new word.
Comfort with a T. I'm from Baltimore. What do you expect? I'm going to have an accent. You've known me how long now?
I've never heard an accent from you before.
Water. Say water.
Water.
Yeah, you pronounce water with a D, dumbass.
I'm from Texas. What do you expect?
Exactly, and I'm from Baltimore, so what do you expect?
Anyway, so we're both going with the Chargers on this one?
Yes, we're both going with the Chargers because Cincinnati, you're too close to comfort in the division, and I need y'all to drop back and humble yourself.
All right. Next game up on the Week 13 slate, we have the Vikings going to the new Factory of Sadness, or the original Factory of Sadness in Detroit. Again, Detroit coming off. This is sad. Again, another team coming off a heartbreaking Thanksgiving Day loss. At this point, I mean, you just have to feel sorry for them.
It's sadder than my love life. It's sadder than your love life.
Yours is more sad because you had some more results. I don't even have one.
True.
My love life consists of me simping over Brie Larson, Chloe Moretz, and Olivia Rodrigo.
Well, you didn't have to expose yourself like that, but love.
Yeah, Vikings at the Lions.
It's the Vikings. But love is it's a tough subject.
Why do you
here
have
on the
Vikings?
WhattaPlay podcast? Because it's the Lions.
I mean, that's not really a valid reason.
Yes, it is. Jalen, it's the Lions.
Yes, but we have to sound professional. We can't just say
Okay.
We can't just say the team is going to win because we don't like the other team.
Today here at the WhattaPlay podcast, we are going to talk about why the Lions are going to lose to the Vikings. They are going to lose because who the hell do they have at quarterback? They have Jared Goff. Jared Goff, buddy boy, you are not a franchise quarterback. DeAndre Swift, he's going to be the next Lions player that retires early because of the misery.
So basically, the next notable Lions player to retire early?
Yeah, probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Who do they even have at receiver? A genuine question. Can you name me a receiver right now off the top of your head? No.
I mean, they have T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, but he's a tight end.
I mean, he's kind of a receiver too. You know, he sometimes catches the ball. You know.
Okay, so like Mark Andrews, but whatever. Andrews is better. Anyways, that's why I have the Vikings winning.
All right, and from my perspective, I'm going Minnesota as well. I just feel like the receiver core of Jefferson and Thielen, I feel like it's going to be way too much for the Lions defense. I mean, granted, the Lions did play the Bears on Thanksgiving, and the Bears are kind of in
the Bears are
like
in the same boat,
just above the tier against the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously, I have Minnesota winning. I have Jefferson and Thielen going off for another big day, making Kirk Cousins look good, and Dalvin Cook will do his thing in the backfield just for good measure.
Should have got Cook off of Ryan.
Next game we have again a battle of two teams who will more than likely be drafting in the top 10 in next year's draft. We have the Giants going to Miami to play the Dolphins. The Giants, at the time of recording, they're coming off a close win against the Eagles. They made Jalen Hurts turn the ball over 4 times. I mean, it was good for me because my opponent was starting Hurts in fantasy. But who do you have winning this game and why?
I don't know. It's tough. Because Miami's not a good team, but they're not a bad team either. And I have to say that, and I have to give them their credit, because look at what they did to my team.
Y'all did lose in the Dolphins, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
That's tough.
It really is. Y'all lost to the Panthers. I don't want to hear it. Anywho.
Who do you have winning the game?
Mind over matter. If I use my brain, which I don't do often.
We know.
Thanks, Jalen. Thanks, bud.
Give
me
Iguodala.
Shot for shot. I want Iguodala. No, but give me the Dolphins.
Why do you have the Dolphins?
Because the Eagles don't know how to win games.
The Eagles aren't playing the Dolphins next week.
Damn. My bad. Who's playing?
The Giants. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm not all here right now. We know. Shut up. Give me... Oh, if that's the case, give me the Giants.
Why the Giants?
Vanilla Lamar Jackson.
Alright. So, from my perspective, again, it's another game that when you think about it, these two teams are kind of even. I mean, they both have young, somewhat unproven quarterbacks. Both teams have young quarterbacks who kind of have to deal with trade rumors every other day.
Who the fuck would want Danny?
It's more so the Giants would trade for someone.
We talking about the Russell Wilson rumor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, yeah, honestly, I don't think anybody would want Daniel Jones. He'd probably end up being a career journeyman if
he's going to be like Joe Flacco.
But in this instant, at the time of this recording, the Dolphins did force Cam Newton to turn the ball over 2 times. Thank God you are my back quarterback because you are getting cut after this week. That being said, I'll say Miami by 10.
Okay.
And the next game, this one does involve the Eagles.
Cool.
This one does have the Eagles. The Eagles are going to MetLife to play the Jets, who actually won today. So,
the Jets won a game.
They can't help it.
Hell has officially frozen over if the Jets won a game.
Yeah, so the Eagles are going to MetLife to play the Jets. Again, Jalen Hurts coming off of a 4-turnover game. The Eagles, they were in this game. They could have came back and won, but unfortunately they couldn't pull off the dub. You look at the Jets. They played the Texans today, so
Oh, okay.
But again, another game where these two teams are about evenly matched. But in this instant, I'll have Jalen Hurts rebounding next week. I'll say Devontae Smith. I'll say he gets a touchdown, and out the Eagles with, I'll say, a 17-point win over the Jets.
I'll do you one better. It's the goddamn Jets, like the kid in Big Daddy said.
Shout out Cole Sprouse.
See, give me.
Can you wipe your own ass like he does?
Yes, I can. For a matter of fact,
Thank God.
I'm not a child, damn it. We are very professional here at the WhattaPlay podcast. We would like to apologize for any immaturity. And what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
Goddamn Cardinals. What do you have won this game and why?
I got the Eagles for the same reason you have them, but give me that wide receiver you just mentioned, Devontae Smith. I'm not
going. The Heisman last
Yeah, I know.
Then why do you say, I know? You just asked what his name was.
I didn't ask what his name was.
Anyways.
Devontae Smith, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, rushing touchdown. The Jets are losing.
Alright, and for the next game we have the Colts, who they almost came back and won against Tampa today.
The Colts are doing surprisingly well this season. They are a legit team.
Going to Houston to play the Texans.
The Colts. Jonathan Taylor's going to rush all over that team.
And from my perspective, again, this is another game where Indianapolis they're clearly better than Houston on paper. Jonathan Taylor will say 2 or 3 touchdowns. Michael Pittman will get a touchdown. And I have the Colts in a convincing victory against the Texans.
Yeah, y'all see that hoop over there? That's the hoop that Jalen uses to practice his dunks. Anyway, next game.
The hoop I use to practice my dunks when I'm fans of. Well, I'm a John Moran fan, but I like Anthony Edwards. I won't go as far as to say I'm an Anthony Edwards fan, but I do like him. Alright, so going into the 3:25, 4 o'clock game, we have the Washington insert name here is going to Vegas to play the Raiders.
Raiders are going to bounce back. Wait, no, they won. Sorry. Raiders are winning 2 games in a row. Football team, I don't like y'all. Because you could have came up with a better name than the Washington football team.
But they're going to have a new name next season, though.
Yeah, so what was the point of putting out all that merch that just says Washington?
Well, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure a lot of their fan base still has their own team name merch.
Oh, they do, because my job still sells it.
Yeah, and I think the only new merch they have is either a Chase Young jersey or the championship from last year.
Nope, the Chase Young jersey is stored away in storage for some reason.
Anyways, Washington going to Vegas. Derek Carr, to me, one of the most...
Sid from Toy Story.
To one of the most underrated, underappreciated, and not respected enough players in the NFL. I'll go with Vegas on this one. I think Josh Jacobs will have a pretty good day. I'll say maybe 2 touchdowns. Honestly, with other off-the-field issues and all that, they're still on the hunt for the playoff spot.
Yes, they are.
So I'll go with Vegas on this one.
Yep.
And then the next game we have the Fighting Trevor Lawrences, also known as the Jacksonville Jaguars, going to LA to play the Rams. Again, this one's pretty simple. The Rams, we all know how do you say it, Derek? What do they have?
Star power.
And what has that star power gotten them?
Not
no
much.
wins. No wins. But yeah, it's experience versus really inexperience with the Jags. They rotate players like probably every 2-3 years. So I have the Rams finally getting a win against the Jaguars. Let me check and see how they're doing right now. And they're losing right now. All right. So I have the Rams and their Hollywood roster finally getting a win against the lowly Jaguars.
They lose to the Jaguars. Jeez. But I have the Rams winning this game as well. I feel like Von Miller's going to have a big game for some reason.
Yeah, I look like this. Them being a division rival, the more they keep losing, that's more of a lead Arizona keeps getting on everyone else in that division. So, hey, I'll take it, I guess. Next game up, we have the Ravens going to Pittsburgh and play the Steelers. Big Ben, this was one of those today. That was definitely one of those games that proved that, yeah, you just need to hang on.
Hang the jersey up, big fella. You did what you could do. You washed. You're done. Juju Smith-Schuster, you dumbass. You could have played with Patrick Mahomes, or you could have played with Lamar Jackson. And what did you do? You Corvette your way back to Pittsburgh so you could play with a washed up, former shell of himself athlete, if he can even call himself that, in Ben Roethlisberger. Shout out Joey Burrow for doing his thing today, by the way, at the time of this recording. But Jalen, who do you have winning this game and why? I'll get into why I have who I have.
I mean, judging by your attire and the decor, I already know who you're going for. But with this one, I'm going with Baltimore mainly because I feel like their defense, they're going to have their way with Big Ben. Najee Harris, he's not trash. He's obviously not trash.
No.
But it's just the whole, he has no O-line. I feel like your defense will have a good game, like I said. They'll lock down Juju. They'll lock down Claypool. They're both going to TikTok out to the game and make a pouty face TikTok or something like that. But yeah, I have the Ravens going into the Steel City and beating Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and the Steelers' defense isn't that steel curtain that it used to be back in the 70s and 80s, or even the early 2000s, like the 10s, because they were good then. But now they're not. Lamar usually struggles with games against Pittsburgh. However, I don't think this is going to be one of those times. I think Lamar's going to find his footing. Lamar's going to have a big game. I'm saying maybe 2 or 3 passing touchdowns and throw in a rushing touchdown as well.
I guess Lamar found his footing. Fitting for a...
Call him a running back. Call him a running back and see what happens. He's not a running back.
You gonna cry?
A little bit.
They call my quarterback a midget.
Your quarterback's a running back too. Which one has the MVP?
Call me in about...
Which one has the playoff win?
Who about to get a ring though?
Not the Cardinals.
Okay.
And like I told you on Twitter, if the Ravens and the Cardinals, did we already bet on that if they made it?
Yeah, last week we said that.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because if y'all somehow make it, if it's not against us, I want y'all to win. But obviously, if it's against us.
So why do you have the Steelers winning? Why do you have
I
the
do
Ravens
not
winning?
have the Steelers winning. I just said why I have the Ravens winning.
All right. So going into the next game on the Sunday slate, we have the Red Hot 49ers going into Seattle playing the Seahawks. Now, like I said, Red Hot 49ers, they put on a clinic against the Rams last time they played. At the time of recording, they are playing the Vikings right now. Deebo Samuel, he's definitely turning into wide receiver 1 in Santa Clara. Brandon Ayuk, he is getting that trust back, so to speak. And I did see today on the score that at the end of this season, the Niners will be getting rid of Jimmy Adult film star at quarterback and going with Trey Area.
Trey, make him dance Lance. He should have been starting this whole time.
I mean, I went free hoodie off of that.
I know you did.
But yeah, who do you have winning this game?
The Seahawks have not been what they have been in the past. Obviously, both of these teams are division rivals of yours. But I have to give the slight edge to the 49ers, as you had said. They got Deebo Samuel. They got, I don't know who they're running back is right now. They got Brandon Ayuk. They got Kittle, who's bouncing back outside of today's game. He played like shit today, bud.
Great. That's all the fancy.
I did too. And
half my team is on a bye.
But you still are winning.
So you going with the Niners?
I'm going with the Niners.
All right, now, from my perspective, yes, this is just one of those years that every team in their eras will have. Every team is going to have a down year. Russ, he is coming back from injury. It's crazy to think that he lost consecutive games for the first time in his career, I believe. So yeah, Russ, he's lukewarming everything a lot more worse than usual.
A lot more worse than usual.
Seattle,
We're not good at English here at the WhattaPlay podcast, obviously.
A lot more than usual.
I'm fucking with you. Continue.
I mean, yeah, Russ is not himself. I saw a meme earlier today saying how DK has dyed his hair. DK has dyed his hair more times
than he scored.
Then he has dyed his hair more times than Seattle has wins this year.
Damn. And they have what, 3 wins at the time of this recording?
Yeah, apparently he's dyed his hair like 4 times already this year.
Oof.
But
Oof.
shout out DK. I like you though. Bunny's up. You know what I mean? Lockett, shout out to you too. But obviously, I think San Fran is just going to continue to ride their hot streak. Right now, they hold the 7th seed in the NFC. So add that motivation to that as well. And I have the Niners taking one from Seattle and the Emerald City. And then next week, Sunday night game, we have the Broncos going to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. Kind of one-sided.
The Chiefs.
What do you say?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Why? Star power?
Well, yeah, look at it. Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey. Their running backs are still ass, though.
Yeah, I think it was LSU.
I don't care that he went to LSU. He's still trash. That's why the Ravens finally beat the Chiefs this year. Back when things were happier.
And the Cardinals finally beat the Rams.
Yay!
But yeah, you have Kansas City in this one?
I got Kansas City in this one.
Well,
and also, Pittsburgh and the Ravens should have been the primetime game. Just like last week, this primetime game shouldn't have been. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like last week's primetime game shouldn't have been the primetime game. It should have been Kansas City versus Dallas. Not the Thanksgiving game, but the game before that.
All right. And from my point of view, again, this is kind of one-sided when you really get into the grand scheme of things. Teddy Two Gloves, I still love you. You get a primetime game, but it's pretty one-sided. The Chiefs, they're gonna take care of business at home. Mahomes, I'll say 4 touchdowns. Kelsey will get one. Hill's gonna get one. I'll say they get a defensive touchdown in this game, and Mahomes hopefully drops another 50 piece for me in fantasy. And
fuck that 50 piece, because you know who it got dropped on? Me.
That's tough. And hopefully your brother spends time with his new female companion that he apparently has. So yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear. Apparently, little Mahomes has a female companion that's occupying his time.
Yeah. Not where any of us thought that was going, given the vibes.
Yeah. So, ending, capping off week 13, the Monday night game, we have New England going to Buffalo, and this game kind of gives me. I was gonna say the old Patriot Bill vibes. I won't say that because those are always one-sided. But this game, it's a real good thing. This game is prime time because New England is riding a 6-game win streak at the time of this recording. Josh Allen to straight up destroy the Saints on Thanksgiving. So this game is going to be very, very high scoring. If you have anybody from the Bills or the Patriots on your fantasy, you better start them.
Start their kicker if you have their kicker. I picked them up in our fantasy league.
What's your kicker?
The Patriots kicker, Folk.
Yes, go on the Folk.
Dude's put up like anywhere in between 15, 20 points for me these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I tried to pick him up.
Good! You didn't get him. Sometimes we don't get what we want in life, Jalen. And that's the truth of the matter. Life's a bitch, and then you die. And there's some good parts in there too that are like,
well, that escalated quickly.
yeah.
I keep having a 0.1 magnitude earthquake by this table.
I'm sick of the damn fat jokes.
You just make it too easy. So who do you have winning this game and why?
The Patriots. Because they're riding a 6-game win streak. The Buffalo Bills are hot, then they're cold. Not to quote the Katy Perry song, but yeah, I did that. They got a really good quarterback in Mac Jones, which I was watching back one of our older episodes, and why the hell did we think he was going to the Niners? I don't think you did.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people thought people will go certain places, but that's not what ended up happening.
Well, that's why it's a mock draft, but yeah, give me the Patriots.
All right, so you have the Patriots and upset. Like I said, this one might be a shootout. It's a really good thing this game is on prime time, but it's in Orchard Park. You already know what the Mafia is gonna do. They're gonna
put people through tables like the damn Dudley boys.
They're gonna bust through some tables in pregame. They're gonna douse that one fan that they have and mustard and ketchup. There's not much to do in Buffalo. That's what they do over there. So
would you know? Have you been to New York?
I've seen videos of Bills fans, so I've done my research. But
okay, but like New York outside of Buffalo is a place where I want to visit. Surprisingly, I've never been, considering I lived like right there in Maryland, and I could have went, but side tangent.
But I have the Bills winning this one. I have Josh Allen throwing a game-winning touchdown to, I'll say, Emmanuel Sanders with like 13 seconds left to win the game.
Of all the receivers,
it's the one they suspect.
Okay.
So that is the end of our Week 13 wrap up. Like I said, this coming weekend as well, we have all the college football conference championship games. All the matchups have been decided. The main one that I know a lot of people are going to be focusing on, these two teams probably end up being ranked 1 and 2 just for this game. For the SEC, we have Georgia facing Alabama. I really, really wanted Auburn to win last night, but they blew it.
I did too.
But I went 2 and 3 though last night. I wanted Michigan to win. They won. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to Michigan fans.
Shout out Jim Harbaugh, John's brother.
Shout out to one sports TikToker who goes to Michigan. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but shout out to him as well. It's been a long time coming for you guys, and you finally shut up the damn Buckeyes. So shout out to Michigan. We were all Michigan fans for a couple hours yesterday. They're gonna be playing the Iowa Hawkeye. I'm talking about SEC title game. I'm tripping. But yeah, SEC title game, Georgia versus Bama. If you watch college football this year, you know the Bulldogs ain't messing around. They have probably one of the best defenses in college football besides Oklahoma State. I believe they shut out their last 2 opponents, but yeah, there's no way in hell Sam is gonna get shut out. I predict this game to be, I'll say, low scoring, but in the end, I have Georgia upholding Bama in a low scoring game. I'll say 21-17, and that'll give Bama obviously the second loss, and they will not be partaking in the college football playoff this year.
Alabama. I don't like you. I am an LSU fan, painfully.
And LSU fans. So when did the L become a vowel?
We've established we are not great at English here on the WhattaPlay podcast. Okay? I'm sick of your shit. We a little hood. Sometimes we good.
Who is we?
Us. We are Venom.
Get the red one. Or have a one. Anyways.
It's Carnage, my boy. Anywho, Alabama. I don't like you. I was in y'all's area once. It was very creepy. Did not enjoy my stay there. Well, we didn't stay, but didn't enjoy it. I'm not saying y'all are a bad city or anything, just speaking.
Alabama's a bad city.
Shut the fuck up. We're a bit rusty here at the WhattaPlay podcast. I think part of that has to do with me taking a bunch of mental health breaks, but they're needed usually. The last one was definitely.
Who do you have winning and why? We have 4 of the games we got to talk about.
Okay, I have Georgia winning because fuck Alabama.
All right, so we both have Georgia. Me giving him more thorough explanation, and him just saying, F Alabama because he's an LSU fan.
Well, that, and if we're being honest, I haven't really been keeping up with college football as much as I was back in like April, May. Slowly getting back to that though.
All right, and for the Pac-12 championship game, the one that has any interest from me is we have the Oregon Ducks playing the Utah Utes, a rematch from 2 weeks ago, in which we will not get into the result of that game because, yeah.
Give me the Ducks.
Why are you going with the Ducks?
I just think they have the overall better team.
They had a better overall team 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, that was 2 weeks ago, and a lot can happen.
Well, from my point of view, Oregon, they have to come into this game mad at the world mentality because this team straight up embarrassed them on national television not more than 2 weeks ago. Anthony Brown, I'm pretty sure he's been hearing all the other Oregon fans talking down on his name and all that. There was obviously all the talks of how all the freshmen receivers, all the younger, how all the underclassmen have to step up to all the injuries surrounding on the Ducks. But I feel like you get Travis Dye going early, he's going to be hard to stop like he has been the past few games. And fingers crossed, I have Oregon three-peating as Pac-12 champions.
Fancy.
Yes. And then for the SEC championship game, if I would have told you the 2 teams playing this game before the beginning of the season, you probably would have said I was crazy. Clemson ain't in it. That's the main thing you have to worry about. That's what I'm getting at.
I think I had Clemson being in it when we recorded our college preview.
And they're obviously not in it.
Well, obviously.
So we have Wake Forest, of all teams, playing the Pitt Panthers. Both teams led by great underrated quarterbacks in Kenny Pickett for Pitt and Sam Hartman, former Netflix star from QB1. He was in the same season as Justin Fields. For all you guys who watch that show. Like I said, a matchup that seemed pretty even on paper, but like I said, if I would have told you that these 2 teams will be playing in the SEC title game before the season, you'd probably look at me like I was crazy. But for this matchup, I have Pitt winning this game. I just feel like they're going to have a slight edge over Wake Forest. Yes, it's in Carolina. Wake Forest University is in Winston-Salem. So that crowd is going to be majority Wake Forest fans. But I just feel like Pitt's going to have a slight edge. Kenny Pickett, he's going to have a really, really good game and have Pitt winning his first SEC Conference Championship since coming over from the Big East.
I don't care who wins that game.
All right, then.
I don't have a prediction. I wish I did for y'all, but like I said, I haven't been. So we're going to go with what Jalen said, because I haven't been keeping up with college football as much as I'd like to.
All right, and for the Big 12 championship game, we have Oklahoma State, not Oklahoma, and nope, because thank God the Cowboys beat the Sooners yesterday, so they're playing Baylor, Um, like I've said before, I'm from Texas. When it comes to college, whoever's like doing good, whoever's like doing the best out of all of them, except with the exception of A&M and probably TCU, I'd want a Texas college to do well. Obviously, we all know my opinions on the Texas NFL teams, but yeah, Oklahoma State versus Baylor. Um, as much as I would want Baylor to win, I believe the starting quarterback is still hurt. Oklahoma State's defense has just been too good this year, and I feel like Baylor's offense is gonna have a tough time against them. So I have Oklahoma State 10 years later from their last Big 12 championship, winning the Big 12 championship this year. So they're gonna keep it in Oklahoma.
How's this man gonna be from Texas? You are a native Texan, and you're not going for Baylor. I like upsets. Upsets are bound to happen. The Ravens, I know it's not college, but it ties in a bit. The Ravens didn't have Lamar Jackson against the Bears, so everybody thought the Bears were going to win. But then Tyler Huntley came in, and he won the damn game. Give me the Bearston Bears in an upset.
All right. And then for the last conference championship of the Power 5 schools, we have Michigan going up against Iowa. This one's kind of easy, in my opinion. Michigan, they're coming off their biggest win in school history in literally 10 years. They finally beat Ohio State, and they're going to be riding that high going into Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship game. Winner of this game will more than likely get a spot in the playoffs. I'm going with Michigan, I'll say by 13.
I'm also going with Michigan. I don't have a score prediction for y'all, but when we do our after these games, that determines who's in the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Okay. So when we have the college playoff episode, that's when I'll do a bit more research and have a bit more intake and intel for y'all. What else you want to cover today?
Well, we had a little bit of some breaking news in the college football world come out today. Lincoln Riley has accepted the head coaching job at USC. So, I know for a lot of fans of the Big 12 and all that, yes, Oklahoma and Texas, they are going into the SEC in 2025. I know a lot of people saying how, he's just leaving the Oklahoma job because he couldn't handle the SEC. I know for a lot of people who are USC fans, they're looking at this as this is the best thing they've gotten since Pete Carroll. Mm-hmm. So with Lincoln Riley, with all the West Coast recruits that he got to come to Oklahoma of all places, they're all gonna probably end up following him to Los Angeles, and a certain quarterback he has up there in Norman named Spencer Rattler. Don't be surprised if he ends up following him to USC as well.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really saw that news coming today. It shocked a lot of people, but like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head with everything. I think he's going to do well there. And my thing is, why the hell did LSU fire our coach if we didn't have another one ready to go and ready to be lined up? Because there was rumors that
apparently Coach O has been getting a little familiar with the LSU student body, if you kind of catch my drift.
I did not know that. I was unaware of that situation. And if those rumors are true, Coach O, you're a sick fuck. Where'd you get that from?
That's like the main thing I'm talking about, because apparently him and his wife got a divorce, I think, after the national championship. And of course, granted, those are all rumors. He's been, hanging around a lot of, younger, like early 20-year-old women. So things like that. And plus, let's be honest, LSU basically won the national championship and dipped.
You're not wrong. It pains me to say that, but pretty much we haven't done shit since the Natty. Anyways, I'm going to call an audible on the fun segment if we don't have anything else to cover. We're going to put it into a two-parter. But seeing as Thanksgiving was this past week, let's go with our favorite NFL Thanksgiving moment.
So me personally, I honestly don't have like a favorite NFL Thanksgiving moment. I have one that I would, if I still was a Jets fan, I have one I would like love to forget.
Is it the butt fumble incident?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that anymore, buddy.
You rather don't, but that's why I really don't have like a favorite NFL Thanksgiving moment.
I do. I think it's the moment with Randy Moss where he went the fuck off. But alright, now on to Jalen's fun segment.
Alright, so as we all know, nowadays there's a lot more female presence in sports, entertainment, sports media, whereas, you know, ESPN, TikTok, what have you. Yeah, I was going to say it. So out of all of the female sports personalities out there, which one would you like to take out on a date?
Like I told you before we started recording, I don't have an answer for that. I really wouldn't take any of them out on a date, just because, you know, what we discussed earlier.
I find that which one is basically your favorite?
Doris Burke. She's not NFL, she's NBA, but like if we're talking all female personalities.
Out of all of them, Doris Burke?
Yeah, surprisingly.
I mean, nothing against Doris Burke. She knows what she's talking about, but like, out of all of them, her?
But that's why. She knows what she's talking about, and I don't go for female. And this isn't a knock on you if you think it is, so don't think it is. But I don't go, like, looking for female sports personalities for their looks. I go for their intake, what they know, what they talk about. So that's why I said Doris Burke. But, Jalen, your hound dog.
Yep.
If you could take any female sports personality, analyst, what have it, out on a date, who would it be and why?
I'll say Annie Eager, sports. She's on TikTok. I'm a fan of her work, of her content. If not
She's
her,
the one I blocked on Twitter because she said something bad about Lamar. Right?
Yeah, because you
I unblocked
that
her.
to heart.
I unblocked her. It's
I'm
fine.
pretty sure she didn't notice.
She didn't. I'm a nobody compared to her, but it's fine.
But if not her, Connor Burns, my guy.
I thought you were about to say you were going to take out Burns, and I was like, wait a minute now.
Just know I'm the only one trying to get after Katie, bro.
She's not even all that. She's really not. And her voice is deeper than both of ours.
Well, she's from Wisconsin. What do you expect?
I don't know. Let's ask Ryan. He's from Cheeseland.
So, yeah.
All right. So that was our fun segments. Jalen, any PSAs you want to share with the crowd or audience?
You know, I don't ever have nothing to say.
He really doesn't. I give him the platform.
Today, for all my sneakerheads out there, we do mourn the loss of one Virgil Abloh. For those who don't know who he is, he made the off-white shoes, so the off-white ones, off-white Nikes. He has made numerous album covers before.
Okay, so I was right on that, because when I saw the news earlier, I was like, he made, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he make some of Kanye's covers?
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Okay, makes sense.
So, yeah, obviously for all my sneakerheads and, you know, people of that nature, we took a big loss today in the sneaker community, the men's fashion community. So, all of our well wishes to his family, and I'm lucky enough to say that I have some of his work. I do have a pair of off-white ones. I'm probably gonna get a pair of off-white dunks for my birthday. But yeah, definitely a sour roll in the sneaker community.
Okay. And one of my main PSAs that we didn't get to talk about on the actual episode, the situation with Everson Griffin. Did you hear about that?
I did.
Yeah. So Everson Griffin, if I'm not mistaken, and I have my facts right, he had barricaded himself in his house, and he had. Did you have a gun with him?
I honestly didn't look all into the incident he might have more
All right.
than I do.
Point being, he was struggling with his mental health. He's on the non-football reserve list. And as a person who does struggle with mental health, and I am going to sit here and admit I do have some mental health issues that run in my family. Seek the help if you need it. I was in a really dark place not too long ago, and it got to the point where I did have, like I said on the previous episode, I did have to go to the hospital in order to get my shit straight. The world's a better place with you in it, Everson Griffin. You probably won't even watch this, but also another PSA I would like to point out. We do want to apologize for the audio that y'all sometimes hear. I try to do my best. Right now we are recording with a iPhone XR, an iPhone XR. This isn't fucking English class, Jalen. An iPhone XR. We are currently using an art easel as a tripod. I did ask for a camera for Christmas, so we'll see if good old Jolly Saint Nick comes clutch with a camera and a don't ruin it for people. Don't.
I wasn't gonna go there.
You trying to say I'm Santa Claus, bitch?
Hell no.
Okay, what are you trying to get at?
Think about it.
Don't make me think. Say what you gotta say.
Basically, I was going to make a comical remark to my co-host here about his appearance and that the resemblance of one Saint Nicholas.
Okay, just because I dressed up like Santa Claus a couple years ago and I have a picture with my dog doesn't mean shit. I look pretty skinny for a Santa Claus in that picture, though.
You say you look skinny.
Do we have to pull up the picture? Listen, next episode, or if I have episodes where I have an actual camera, we're going to pull up the picture from when I played soccer in 8th grade, because I did used to be skinny.
He said used.
I said used to be. I think this is the most fun I've had recording in one of these episodes. Other PSAs. Spider-Man No Way Home tickets go on sale tonight. I will fight all of you. I'm getting my tickets tonight. Jalen, I know you usually go and see all the new Marvel movies with the father figure. Your father?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I want to try to see it opening day. Granted, just like a good amount of people at this time of the year, with bills and holiday shopping and all that fun adult stuff. I'm gonna play it by ear. Let's say that.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try and get tickets tonight, so you know if you can't get it for opening night.
But yes, Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm definitely gonna see that. I definitely want to see it.
You know, and I'm not going with who I thought I was gonna be going with, but that's neither here nor there. So I'll have an extra ticket for anybody though. Well, not y'all. Let me not.
Well, damn. Just talk down on our 70 fans like that.
Actually, we're at 64 subscribers now.
Just talk down on.
I'm not talking down on you. I got much love for all of y'all, and shout out.
You didn't want to go with them when you go to Spider-Man.
I don't.
Like, damn.
My bad. But yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home tickets go on sale, I believe, at midnight tonight. So our time will probably be 11:01. Also, thank you for 64 subscribers. Me and co-host Jalen, I don't know if he had the same vision I had for this at the beginning when we started. We're almost coming up on a year of the WhattaPlay podcast. January 10th, I believe, will be the 1 year mark of our podcast adventures. So I want to say thank you for the 64 subscribers we have right now.
5 away from everybody carries.
Yes. Also,
nice.
We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. I had originally said I wanted to do that by Christmas time. Obviously, reality of the matter is that's not going to happen. So, new goal is to hopefully have 100 subscribers going into the new year or after the new year starts. because we enjoy doing this. We like putting out the content. We hope y'all enjoy the content that we do put out. My other thing is, we're sorry about the audio issues. We got to work with what we have right now, and right now I got a back porch, some mics, a shitty tripod, and an iPhone XR. So that is how we do our podcast. Obviously, I try to edit and put out the noise suppression and whatnot, but there's not much you can do on an iPhone. And I'm not very good at editing. There was somebody at one point that I was looking into editing our videos, but now that search is gonna have to be when me and co-host Jalen have better jobs that pay a bit more, and we can afford that if that's a path we still want to go down. With that said, you got anything else you want to tell the crowd? What you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Come on, I know you know the TikTok. Do you not know the TikTok?
No, I haven't. But what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving season, them Cardinals, and the Super Bowl that I hope we end up winning. Thankful for the Ducks as well for making this combined the best year I've ever had watching football. This is still new territory for me, so I'm just reaping the benefits.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for, I guess we threw in a third PSA or fun segment. I'm thankful for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm thankful for my family and my friends. I'm thankful for music because it's been helping me get through a lot of shit lately. And I'm thankful for being given another chance, I guess, at life. Because, you know, like I said, I was in a dark place. I thought about ending it all, but luckily enough, I didn't, and I'm still here. And whether you like me or not, because, you know, I realized a long time ago, not everybody's going to like you, not everybody's going to want to be your friend. That's just a general statement, and I'm rambling now, but I'm not going anywhere. I ain't fucking leaving. But alright.
This has been the WhattaPlay podcast.
At night.